Willkommen zum neuen Video. Wir gehen rein. Forest Galante Private Tour of the Home Zoo. Schauen wir mal, was der junge Mann nicht alles zu Hause hat. Der macht auch viel YouTube. Ja? Der geht so an ziemlich krasse Orte in dieser Welt. Und wir schauen da einfach mal rein, was bei dem zu Hause so abgeht. Das interessiert mich.
Seen me explore the wilds around the world, but one of the questions I get asked the most is what are the animals that I have at home that I live with on the day-to-day? So today we're gonna do a backyard tour. I'm gonna show you all of the creatures that I keep at home, all of the animals that we've rescued, including some unbelievable love bugs. So let's get going. So this is my office. It's a converted garage. You probably recognize it from the very many YouTube videos that we filmed right there with that as the background. As I said, lots of tanks. You may have seen my fish tank before. These are not rescues. I'm not gonna lie and pretend they are. These are fish that I've collected from various pet stores and shows, and a lot have been given to me at various times, and I just adore keeping fish. So I've built what I think is the perfect tank because of the variety of oddballs in here. There's a couple beautiful angels, including that koi angel right there, an archerfish, which is Rhodes' absolute
Aber ich bin kein Aquarienmensch, wirklich.
favorite. The fire eel, who I adore. There's a freshwater moray, a tiger moray. See him in there. He'll pop his head out and come eat some bloodworms. My Congo spotted puffer right there. He's awesome. Now, a lot of people think puffers are super aggressive. He's not. He's super peaceful with all the other fish, which is awesome. The black ghost clown knifefish. He's Rhodes' favorite fish in the tank. African butterfly fish. I mean, there's just a ton of stuff. Rainbow fish, the mono argentis, those guys, they're kind of fin nippy. As you can see on the rainbow fish, they've been nipping the fins lately. So I'm trying to feed them more and more so they stop doing that. The Roseline shark. And what's funny is when I put up an Instagram short talking about this, everybody was like, those fish are gonna be so not everybody, but there are critics, you know, people who do arguably know way more than I do about freshwater fish keeping, being like, you can't keep those variety of fish together. They're gonna be so unhealthy. They're all gonna die. Here they are, looking really healthy and all living together. So I don't know, maybe it's because we do a lot of regular water changes, or because we keep it clean, or because Fly here doesn't let anything go to waste. See how he's gobbling up his algae pellet, but I adore my corner tank. Oh, I've got my Peterson's elephant nose. I forgot about him. He's in the back. He'll come out. I just love having a fish tank. It's the most zen thing in the back part of my office. Speaking of my office, I don't think I went over this last time. If I went over every single item here, we'd be here for days, but these are some of my greatest trophies from around the world. So the snail shell monkey bone beeswax pipe that I had the shaman blow stuff up my nose on that Extinctor Alive when I was in Rio Apiporus. Giant chitons and limpets, piranha jaws. I ate that piranha, caught that in the Amazon. Some cool stuff like this megalodon tooth knife that was made for me out of a giant megalodon tooth. The biggest tuna I ever got. Sturgeon scales from mysterious creatures, replicas of things. Oh, this is really cool. It's a round of wood that has live termites in it. And in fact, I'll give it a little water while we're hanging out here. But all you have to do to maintain it is give them fresh, clean water. And as the water soaks into the wood, the termite colony lives here. So it's just this termitat, and you can see the water going in, soaking the wood there. They get all excited. They start vibrating their butts, the little termites. That's saying it's raining. And it's just this really, really cool thing that's a living piece of art where I don't have to do anything but add a little bit of water here and there. This just lives against my wall with all of my other things, including my most prized possession in life, which is this right here. You've probably heard me talk about it before, but this is my elephant bird egg from Madagascar. It's reconstructed. Obviously, it's not perfect, probably from several different animals, but I don't care. It is nonetheless a real elephant bird egg. Probably my most prized possession. You guys know how much I love extinct animal stuff, so having that in my collection is awesome. That's a rhea egg from Blake's. That's an ostrich egg from Zimbabwe. Right here is my most special turtle tank. In case you couldn't tell, I love freshwater turtles. And this has a whole bunch of different animals, some really cool ones like this, which is an Indian black-spotted pond turtle. Some incredible creatures like one of the Australian snake neck species, like this guy right here. He could be a lot bigger than this, but I'll never put him outside in case anything happens to him. He's too precious. This is Podocnemus uniphilus, an Amazon yellow-headed river turtle, and they all live in this big tank, and the tank itself is probably the most fun story. There was a Petco closing down in Santa Barbara, and I went in there, and they're like, we're liquidating everything has to go. And I was like, everything? Well, how about this amazing like built-in turtle setup? There was a lady there and she was a manager. She's like, well, I don't know if we could sell that. I was like, I'll give you $200 for it. She's like, yeah, $200 sounds good. And I grabbed 2 guys that were in the Carl's Jr. next door, and we loaded it into my truck and brought it here. And it's really cool because it's got all the built-in filtration, all of the various switches and things. And there's a little bit of algae growth right now because I probably don't have a Clostopus in there because one of the turtles probably killed him, but love this turtle tank. A couple other specialty turtles right here, including my vampire musk turtle. He's super.
Also das Büro an sich ist ja schon irgendwie cool gemacht, aber ich hätte jetzt bei ihm irgendwie was anderes erwartet.
Aggressive and gnarly, but I do love him. And this guy right here, Indian flap-shell turtle, he was a rescue. The back of his shell was all beat up when I got him, but we brought him back to health. But because of that, I don't keep him with any other turtles because I don't want him to get any more injured. So let me go show you some more.
I still have so many fish, reptiles, and other weird animals to show you. But as it's midsummer here in Santa Barbara,
we happen to be hatching new chicks. So my kids are always in here. Hey, buddy. So as you can see, we have a bunch of new chicks here. So who's this, Rody?
That's a Sultan crossed with a Silky.
So this is a Sultan crossed with a Silky. Who's the black one?
This is crossed with a Seabright and the Silky.
And so what's cool is, you know, we do, as I put on social media a few times, have a big problem with the bear here coming in and killing a few chickens. Bobcat breaks in at least a couple times a year and gets a few chickens, but my son is so good with the chickens and his little brother is becoming even better. And then you come and sit with them every morning after you get out of bed, right?
Yeah.
Look, Reddy's showing you his chick here too, but it's crazy because they hatch them out of...
Es ist schon geil, wenn die Kids einfach so aufwachsen können, ne? Das ist viel wert.
The incubator here, they grow them up in these boxes here in the laundry room and they imprint on the kids. And so these chickens grow up thinking that the kids are their moms. And then look in the box here, we'll put these 2 silky hybrid things away, and under the incubator here, there's a baby guinea fowl. So check this guy out. He's super fast, super zippy, but doesn't look anything like the chickens. So he's got little orange feet, stripy head, super noisy little guinea fowl.
Racing Stripe.
And his name is Racing Stripe. So we're gonna put Racing Stripe back and head out and we'll see some of the other animals and end up with the big chickens outside. Okay, buddy, you and your brother keep playing with your chicks and then meet me outside, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye buddy, bye Reddy.
Bye, Dad.
and before I show you the rest of my animals, you need to check out one of the new projects I've been working on.
All right, so over here, we have one of our 2 patio ponds from Aquascape. I was very lucky because Greg Whitstock, shout out Greg, he gave me 2 of these before they even released them. So we've had fun with these. As you can see, we have the turtle spitter here. We got a piece of driftwood we found on the beach, and I actually threw heaters in these, so you end up with a bunch of tropical fish. So here we have platies, mollies, golden barbs, tinfoil barbs, swordtails, rosy barbs, and it's made for like a very eclectic, very beautiful mix of fish in this little bowl, which is right outside of the dining room on this side, which is cool. To show you how happy these fish are, check this out. So you can see here, there are some of these platies, the black and white sailfin platies, and because this is heated, they've been breeding, and look here. This little minnow tank right here, or this little brooder tank, those are all babies that we've scooped out, and some of them we haven't even found, like this guy right here. See that little guy? So there are babies that are not being found that are just reproducing in here, but it's such a cool little colorful bowl, and now I'm not even sure what we're gonna do with all these babies that we're having. Maybe we'll end up putting them in the other pond, or they might end up being turtle food, so we'll leave that. Lots more to see. So as you come up here, it's kind of sad because we're at the end of summer now.
Beim Klopfen hat man so gehört, das ist Plastik. Ich dachte erst, das wäre so eine Steinwanne oder sowas.
Oh, it's the driest time of the year, but still kind of cool. Got a little home-built greenhouse here, which is all full of tropical plants, which is just a little hobby. Where our deer pig Buttons used to live, I think she was in the old tour. I think that was before she passed away of cancer. And all of the chickens, who we'll start letting out in a half second here, as well as the guinea fowls, as well as the peacocks. But our 2 funniest residents are these guys right here. Hi, Donk! So this is...
Alter, Esel sind auch so geil. Also Esel sind schon mega cool.
Donkey and Felice. Now, they each have their own pretty funny story. So I think I told the story of how we got Felice, where it was driving back from the in-laws from San Francisco day before Christmas, and I pulled over at this kind of abandoned petting zoo, and this little fatty right here, Felice was buried up to here in mud and looking so miserable. So I grabbed him, put him in the bed of my truck, and brought him right home. I'm not actually putting my weight on him, but he's such a sweetheart. And then Donkey over here lost his mate and was, quote, dying of a broken heart when we rescued him from Santa Ynez, and these two have been inseparable. They're never more than like 6 feet apart from each other, and they've been here for over 10 years. Donkey, show off your pretty face, come. Donkey's got such a sweet face, but just like in Shrek, he's such a donkey. He's so stubborn and difficult, and just such a donkey, but he's got the sweetest little lips. Look at little donkey lips, how sweet are those? That's Felice and Donkey. Rhodes, come here, bud. And here comes my son to do the chickens, so he's the chicken king. All right, so as they come out, I want you to tell us the different kinds of chickens, okay?
Okay.
As they run out, ready? You gotta be rapid fire.
Okay.
All right, these are all home-built chicken coops, by the way, so forgive.
Wie cool ist er denn hier mit seinen Cowboy-Stiefeln? Richtig cool.
Us. Okay, barred rock, naked neck.
Naked neck is this one.
These are Americanas, right? Come on, chickies. So we get fresh eggs every single day, and Rhodes' job is taking care of the chickens. So as you can see, there is no shortage of animals here, which means there's no shortage of eggs. Various different enclosures, kind of like our turtle tanks. We get the bigger chickens here, the little chickens here. Grab your favorite one, bud. You can see all over, we have all these proximity alarms. They go off at night, these lights, everything to try and keep the bears out. Everything's been double reinforced. Nothing makes a difference. When the bear decides he wants a chicken, it is very, very hard to stop him. So here we have a silky,
That's Sophie.
a salty.
That's the dad of the dark one and the palest one.
Yep.
And this is the mom to the palest one.
So that's our silky rooster, and that's the mom. And then these are, what are these little ones?
This is the mom of the dark one.
Oh, that's the mom of the dark chick?
Yeah.
See, I don't even know. He knows his chickens way better than I do. It's chaos here every day, and it's part of the life that we live, which I absolutely love, to be honest. I kind of understand having a perfect vanilla life where everything's organized, everything's clean. There is constantly chicken poop on the bottom of our shoes. There's constantly a sick animal to amend, and it's a great life, and you teach, you know, he's 5, and look at how skilled he is with these things already. Rhodes, catch your favorite big chicken. Hey! All right, buddy, you hang out with the horses. Dad's gonna go on and do some more filming, okay? All right, I'll see you in a little bit.
I've still got so many awesome animals to show you, but first, we're gonna meet some special residents at my house.
And then down around here with the nicest view in Santa Barbara is Arnie and Sly, our 2 rescue tortoises who came from a woman who was in her 90s who could no longer lift them up or take care of them, and then she passed away. So this is them here. Hey guys, I'm gonna give you guys some watermelon. So Arnie and Sly are sulcata tortoises. They're called sulcatas or African spurred tortoises because of these spurs that you can see right here that they have. And they're 2 boys, they're brothers, and they don't fight because they've never been introduced to a female. But if we happen to bring a female in, these 2 would become worst enemies almost immediately and probably start trying to kill each other. But luckily, they don't know any girls, they don't know any better. They live a nice life right here.
That's it for the backyard. So before I show you my favorite enclosure, let's go see what else I have in the house.
All right, so in here is the upstairs office, and like everything in our house, it's full of pets. So who's this, Rhodes?
It's a parakeet.
All right, so take Charlie out. So Charlie, a lot of our animals here, unlike, well, the chicken started that way, but a lot of our animals here are rescues, including Charlie, the Bjork parakeet, who had a mate, and the mate died. What was Charlie's mate's name? Poppy, right?
Poppy, yeah.
Where's Charlie? Oh, he's right here. Hey, Charles, come here, buddy. And you can see he's got these beautiful pinkish feathers.
Das ist, also ich bin ja wirklich kein Vogelfan, ja? Ja, Mann, schon cool. Aber
On his chest.
der sieht schon mega cool aus, ja? Und auch, dass er hier den Freiflug im Zimmer hat. Brutal. Aber viele halten ja die Tiere wirklich in so kleinen Käfigen und da bin ich dann echt raus. Da bin ich komplett raus.
And then the purple on the wings.
UV light he used to have a UV light what made his feathers start to have more color.
The UV light made his feathers have more color?
Yeah.
See, he knows more than I do at this point. It's pretty incredible. Whoops, there he goes. But as you can see, he's kind of just a free-ranging bird in the office room, and it's small enough that he can fly around, stretch his wings, hang out, and he gets to come out how often?
In the afternoon and in the morning.
Every day, right?
Yes.
And so Rhodes is in charge of all the birds. He really is the bird king. But what I'm gonna do is, because we're gonna turn the lights off, I'm gonna put Charlie away. Come, Charlie. Rhodes, go turn the lights off for me, buddy. Guess what we're gonna show next? If you close up the curtains in the office, this has really become Rhodes' office. You see over here, you've got a very colorful tank of fish, but it just looks like a normal tank of funny colored blue and neon fish. But when you change it, Haha! Rhodes, what do you have here, buddy?
A glow tank.
A glow tank, and you love your glow tank, huh?
Yes.
So name.
Boah, Fluoreszentfisch. Sind die tatsächlich natürlich vorkommend oder sind die so gezüchtet? Ich glaube, die sind bei uns doch verboten, ne? Dieses special reingezüchtete Zeug da in die Fische ist, glaube ich, bei uns krass verboten. Zu Recht, ja. Aber das ist halt Amis, so, ne? Das ist halt, ja, weiß nicht, meins wäre das gar nicht. Es sieht extrem unnatürlich aus. Ich finde es schrecklich, aber sofern es legal ist, muss man es halt ethisch noch vereinbaren können mit sich selber und dann go for it.
Some of the fish that we have in our glow tank.
We have cories, glow cories,
Glow
different
cories.
colors.
That's right.
Those two are pinkish. That one's a greenish yellow.
Also ich kann mir nicht vorstellen, dass das hier natürlich ist.
Mhm.
And my favorite here is
Ja, klar.
Rainbow, who's hiding in his cave over there.
Who's a rainbow shark? And those guys?
Long fin tetras.
Very good. Long fin glow tetras. And there's another glow tetra there. And you love the glow tank, huh?
Yes.
All right, so here in my son's room is the pet that I've had by far the longest. It was one of the first things I got when I moved to the state of California, and then a mate for her. So this is Rosie, the Rosie boa. So when I found Rosie, she had this big, gnarly, fleshy appendage on her tail. Looked like something had either run it over or a raccoon had got it. And I scooped her up. That was just outside of Palm Springs, California, and treated it. She never bit once. So I've had her for nearly 20 years, nearly as long as I've been in the United States. I've had this beautiful snake. And then this is her mate, which is a captive bred chocolate Rosie boa. So they're not actually mates because I've never got them to breed. I don't know why. Might be something to do with her injury, but male and female pair, they live together. I absolutely love them. Rhodes loves them. Both my kids have grown up handling snakes. As you've seen, they've handled chicks and chickens their whole lives. So they're learning how to be hands-on with animals while being respectful.
Absolutely.
Yeah, love the two Rosie boas. They now live in the kids' room, which is awesome because they get to come out, move around, get to watch them. There's no TVs, no screens in the boys' room, so instead, they get to watch these guys. So we'll put them back.
And before I show you my favorite enclosure, I've got a couple
Aber irgendwie, also ich weiß nicht, mein Kinderzimmer war voll mit irgendwelchen Bildern und so. Meine Wände waren zugekleistert mit allem Möglichen.
more oddball tanks in my house to show you first.
Right, so right here, even in the living room, there are tanks. These are our temporary tanks, whatever Rhodes is kind of into at the time. So who do you have here, buddy?
The bullfrog.
All right, so check this out. So this is, whoa, you better catch him. Better catch him, better catch him, better catch him.
Don't go outside.
So these are our invasive tanks here, and Rhodes, catch that frog, buddy. You got him?
Yeah.
And our temporary tanks are filled with basically whatever Rhodes is into while he's learning about it. So what do you have here, bud, that just got away? A bullfrog that I caught right there. So this is a bullfrog. As you can see here, it's a juvenile. So did you find him like a bullfrog?
No, we found him as a tadpole.
We brought him here and we built him this little tank right here that you can see. And Rhodes watched him metamorphose from a bullfrog tadpole all the way into a bullfrog. Anytime we see these invasive species, do we want to leave invasive species in the environment?
No, we don't want to leave invasive species because they can eat everything.
How good is that? So we're learning about things, we're removing invasive species, and we're getting to watch them grow and metamorphose. Speaking of invasive species, axolotls are illegal in California because they can be an invasive species. These are the closest living things. So these are, what are they, do you know?
Newts.
They're newts. They're Spanish-ribbed newts, albino ones that we got at the world's largest reptile show. We have a couple of them here, and we made this our...
Dass die immer behaupten, dass bei ihnen wäre die World Largest Reptile Show. Das ist halt einfach nicht wahr. Als ich ausgezogen bin, tatsächlich. Ich habe meine erste Schlange nicht mit meinen Eltern oder so, sondern dann, als ich ausgezogen bin. Mit 16,5.
black and white tank.
16. Ja.
So we have two white mystery snails, our two white Spanish rib newts, and a white betta fish. And these are Rhodes tanks. So leave that. Quickly run over, show off your other tanks. Quickly over here. So here we also have his two bettas. And then here is a rescue tadpole. And then my animals are centerpiece of the living room. As you've probably seen, we have a small turtle tank, a la this. a medium turtle tank and a big turtle tank. So these are the babies that I have. Some are rescues, but most are not, to be quite honest. These guys, which are super cool, the Argentinian snake necks. So what's crazy is look at the size discrepancy in all these turtles, and they're all about the same age. But look at that beautiful white coloration, these chin barbels. So these guys will get gigantic, and they actually do really well living outdoors. So you get a couple of these bright yellow morphs here. So they came from Sean at Dark Hammock Turtles, some Chinese pond turtles, just a cool mix of baby peaceful turtles that are really fun to watch because they're beautiful. This water stays nice and clear like this, and we get to have this beautiful tank where we watch these guys grow up. And then out here, this is my favorite area. It's my pond that I've been working on for a long time. So we
Boah. Also der Teich ist cool, aber die Schildkröten könnte mal wieder abschrubben. Ja, ist doch schön. Das ist doch gut, Marcel. So muss sein.
made this impenetrable barrier that the turtles can't get out, and then a bunch of animals in here. And because I try and keep tropical turtles and we live in Southern California, I have a permanent heat lamp for a beautiful freezing midsummer's day like today. And there's some really interesting animals in here. So this is one. Shout out to Chris and Casey Leone from Garden State Turtle. So they rescue these beautiful diamondback terrapins. People will go out in New Jersey and they'll see these little guys crossing the road during hatching season, and they'll pick them up and then they'll raise them in captivity. So you don't know what their locales are, you don't know where they're from, and you should never do that. You should never take a turtle out of the wild. So when they have an overflow of turtles, Chris and Casey asked me if I have space, and I was able to house 3 of them. This one sadly arrived with a respiratory infection, which is why it looks so lethargic, but look how beautiful it is. So we're treating that, we're giving it medication to get rid of that respiratory infection. And then in the pond is some interesting stuff here. So right there you have a white sterlet on the bottom. This guy is a crazy story. So see this giant koi here?
Yeah, good.
So our friend Alicia told us about this area in the San Ynez River where she had been seeing this white variant carp with all these others. So we went up there and targeted it because it was living in a pool in the San Ynez River where it was going to dry up and die, which they do often. But look at that. That looks like a $1,000 koi that we found in the river, wild. Outside of that, there's the white sterlet. There's more diamondback terrapins, bunch of koi. These gold guys are also carp. And then in this pond, we have all rescue turtles. So that giant slider right there that someone found walking around on the street in Santa Barbara, that sick one that we're treating, 2 other diamondbacks, more red ear sliders that I wish I didn't have because they're such a pest. We have a pink belly in here. We have a Joffrey side neck turtle in here. There's a soft shell. He likes to hang out in that flat upper area. And I've planted some of these beautiful tropical plants like these giant elephant ears and the water hyacinth, and everything sort of lives in harmony. The newest addition being that giant carp, this guy right here. And he's big. I'm not sure he's going to be able to stay, but I grabbed him before the river dried up, and there he is, and he's actually really beautiful. So love my pond, love feeding it.
And I'm always adding and changing the enclosures at my house, with tons of renovations on the way. So stay tuned for my next home tour video, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Also ich habe jetzt echt gedacht, da kommt mehr. Schade. Ja, so ein Teich ist mega. Also, ja, ich dachte wirklich, da kommt ein bisschen mehr, und ich fand es jetzt auch nicht spektakulär so von den Anlagen und so weiter, weil der macht ja schon immer ziemlich viel Welle, der Typ. Aber dafür sieht es dann daheim doch irgendwie komisch aus. Aber er ist ein geiler Dude. So. Also Leute, danke fürs Zuschauen, kommentieren, abonnieren, reinfolgen, und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Video.